Hey there, listeners. I'm Tom.
And I'm James, and you're listening to World on a String.
Hey, James.
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hey.
This is episode 6 of our podcast.
Holy shit. It's a month and a
Wow.
half we've been going. I think
We're nearly at 10.
we are. Should we do a 10 episode special?
Well, do you know what I think we should do at number 10?
Yeah.
In this portion of the podcast, where we're just kind of chatting,
Yeah.
we should rate not rate, but put in order all the albums and all the films we've done so far, from favourite film and album to least favourite film and album.
I think that is a great idea. And then when we get to 100, we can do exactly the same thing.
We'll do a special episode, which is just us listing everything
Yeah.
we've done.
And we'll go back to episode 1 and we'll be like, wow, holy shit.
Wow.
We had no clue what we were doing.
How far we've come.
I think we've set a few records this podcast. I'd lied on the podcast. I said I'd be in Cardiff by now, but we're not.
Are you not?
So that
No.
that was the first lie on the podcast. And
God damn it!
And then I think this is the earliest we've ever recorded, ever, for the podcast.
Yeah, it's currently a Tuesday, and I think that the latest we've recorded is
Thursday night.
Thursday night, because we put them up Friday. The latest we've recorded is Thursday night. Typically, we do a Wednesday.
Yeah, but this is.
But it's really Tuesday today because James is travelling.
I'm travelling all day. Shall I tell you something that happened today, Tom, that blew my mind?
Tell me something.
I had a massage.
Did you really?
I booked a massage. Yeah.
I've just booked one for Thursday.
You're joking. Oh my god, I loved it. What type of massage have you got?
I think I went for. I actually think I went for a hot stone massage. Hold on, let me check.
Holy shit! I really wanted one of those, but they didn't do them because I just went to a place in the village.
Yeah, I did hot stone massage.
I had an Indian head massage.
Oh, did you go for a head massage?
Well, it was the longest massage they could fit me in for before I went down to Cardiff.
Right.
So it was an hour long, and they did my whole back, and then she spent like half an hour on my face and my head. And I kind of came out and I was like, wow, that was amazing. It was great. I loved every second of it. I feel so much freer, so much less stress.
It's great, isn't it? I had one after exams last year.
Oh, I really wish I'd got one earlier.
Yeah, I'm very, very tense at the moment.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
Podcast.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the nice hot stone, and I'll be able to talk about it next week.
I can't wait.
Next week, I'm going to be recording, and my girlfriend's going to be here.
Yeah. Holy crap, is she going to make a feature appearance?
Unlikely.
Wait, my girlfriend's going to be here, because I'll be in Cardiff next week.
Well, maybe we should.
We could...
Actually, I don't know how we would.
No. We could record through the same mic. I could get...
Well, we can't because I use a headset. And I don't think Audacity's very good at taking in two inputs.
Well, I have a microphone.
So maybe not.
This is something...
We'll see about doing it in the future.
Yeah, this is definitely something... I was imagining this. You talked on the podcast in an earlier episode about your escape room in a box kit.
I did.
And I was like, well, if ever the four of us are down or something, or in the same place, we should record it and then make a video out of it.
Oh, we could do something like that. That would be pretty cool.
It'd be a bit tricky, though.
Do you know what I did this week, James?
Go on, I'd love to hear.
I went to the circus.
Wow, like as in...
there was a circus on in town.
Greatest Showman circus.
I've not seen The Greatest Showman, so I don't know.
Oh.
But it was this, I think it was a French company.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic.
Was it like
really
Cirque du Soleil stuff?
It wasn't quite as acrobatic as Cirque du Soleil, but it was, so they were all playing brass instruments like the whole time. And like, they'd do like 7 people riding on one bike.
Oh my god.
Like, all just piling on, and then into like a pyramid, and then just in different ways piling on.
Yeah.
And then they did a whole bit where they got random people out of the audience to like dance with other random people. And they picked my dad, and my dad hates...
No!
He hates audience participation and stuff like that.
Unbelievable.
And he was like, no. But me and Mum got him to go up, and he was dancing with this person that looked like our old English teacher.
No!
It wasn't, but it looked just like it. It was spooky. And that was really cool. And then there was this like ceremony bit where they put two people in these chairs
Yeah.
and like span them round and put lampshade on their head, and like they threw out money as they span round, while all the rest of the group were like playing their brass instruments. And it was me and this other guy in the chairs,
Yeah.
like picked out from the audience. It was really weird, and they gave us some vodka and apple juice. And it was
What,
really
together
tasty.
or like separately?
Yeah, like a mixed in a drink.
That is
It was
weird.
really good.
Holy
It was
crap.
a very very enjoyable experience. It was expensive but worth it.
I thought I had a good week, and then, well, here comes Mr. Circus, ready to.
Unfortunately, I've been very hay fevery this week.
Yeah. It's
It's
gonna.
been it's been very warm. Yeah, it was up to like 34 degrees when I finished work yesterday, and that was like 5:30, so it was hotter during the day. It's been a hot boy.
It's been one hot boy.
So all the pollen's been going directly into my eyes, and I've spent the last kind of couple of hours removing snot from my eyes, which was unpleasant.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Did you? You must have looked like one of those aliens from that one of the American, Australian zombie films we watched. I've
Yeah,
forgotten which one it is.
it
It's
was
not the
Cargo where they were all
Cargo.
very snotty. Shall we move on?
Yeah, we moved into the album.
Let's move on to the album.
Um.
So I picked the album.
Mhm.
The album was The Strange Case of by Halestorm, and this is kind of a rock. It's rock, really, isn't it? It's a
Yeah.
rock album.
Yeah, it was.
It's the it's a group of I think four, and the lead is Lizzie Hale, and she's also the singer, and I think does guitar.
That
What did you
sounds about
think?
right. I started off badly. Like
Yeah.
I didn't like the start, but then the middle it got nice again.
Mhm.
So I think I enjoyed it overall, and I think there were some songs that I
Oh
liked.
really?
Yeah, it was there were
Huh.
the common theme that I kept going back to with this was every song had something from someone else that I'd kind of seen before, and I was like, yeah, I kind of like that. It got less so as it went on, but at the
Uh
start
huh.
I could see how it was either a stereotype of the genre or it had
Yeah.
kind of seen bits in other artists' music and then
Yeah.
gone for it. You know what I mean?
I agree with you that the middle songs are the best songs.
Yeah.
I think that the kind of first songs and then some of the ending songs are a lot more typical of the genre that they're in. But
Yeah.
I don't think that that kind of I'm hesitant to call it heavy rock, but that rock it's not really a genre that I think either of us are that into.
No. No.
Almost goth rock in a way. It's
Yeah.
not goth, but that kind of scene.
Hmm.
Um, it's not a community that either of us have ever particularly been a part of.
No.
Um, so some of those songs perhaps we're not the target audience for. It's just like Freak Like Me. That's
Yeah.
something that I thought about. Um, but I think musically, even if the songs aren't particularly interesting, I think that the group is quite talented.
Yeah, I don't think they're bad in any way.
No. Anyway, let's go in
Yeah.
with the first song. The first song is "Love Bites" and "So Do I."
So do we. I can vouch for this. Tom has bitten me on many different occasions. um,
Oh my god, I've literally only just now got that without that bracketed bit. It's just "Love Bites."
yeah.
I've always just read it as like "Love Bites."
Yeah, as in like love is biting you, but
Love
not
is
as in
biting.
like
Yeah,
yeah.
I've never noticed that till right this minute. Oh
This is
my god.
amazing. It's blown your
I've
mind.
just had an epiphany. 10 out of 10. Brilliant song.
Oh, I wish I could say that about it, but I really can't.
No,
No, I can see
no.
why people like it. The
It's
lyrics
catchy.
aren't the worst, but I think you mentioned like the excessively heavy bits. They were just off-putting for me more
Yeah,
than
I
anything.
think she's got a very very good voice. She's a
Yeah,
very
yeah,
strong singer. I could just listen to her all day. Even
Mm.
the worst songs on the album, like I still would listen to them just because I enjoy listening to her sing. I
Yeah.
think she's very talented. I think the drummer in the group as well has got a lot of talent.
Hmm.
A lot of the drum stuff is sounds. I don't know drums, but it sounds hard.
It sounds, yeah,
So, but yeah, I mean, these kind of first three really. Actually, I quite like I Miss the Misery, but certainly the first two, and then Freak Like Me as well.
hmm,
They're very kind of cliche, very genre typical. I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of summing those up. The next one was Ms. Hyde.
Mrs. Hyde, Ms. Hyde, MZ Hyde.
MZ.
This one is weird.
Yeah,
This one is strange. There's like a weird, really quiet, almost gospel choir in the background.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and then the ending's just weird. I
Yeah,
hate
I
it.
hate the ending. It was awful. At
It's like
least,
some just electrically distorted her saying the title of the song just repeated, and then kind of the intro to the next song starts over it,
yeah,
which
yeah.
really annoys me always because if I wanted to just listen to I Miss the Misery, I lose the intro of it because I'd have to listen to the end of Mrs. Hyde. Whoops, I just punched my microphone. Sorry about that.
um,
Um, or if I wanted to just listen to Mrs. Hyde, at the end of it, you get the build for I Miss the Misery, and I don't
yeah.
know why they did that.
I don't know why
I've
anyone
heard it
does
done on
that.
other albums as well, and I just don't see the point. I can get it when you're doing a record, and it's not for listening to individual
Yeah,
songs.
yeah,
But this was always made for electric consumption. It was released in, I think, 2009. I'll double check. But,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it was always going to be downloaded. Why bother?
Yeah, I was just about to say, in the ELO album we listened to, they did that as well. Um,
Yeah,
but that was on record originally, like
yeah.
on
So I can
vinyl.
kind of get it. I
Yeah,
can give them that.
but here, yeah, I completely see your point. This was the song where I did realise that the female vocalist was actually quite good.
Yeah, she does a big scream at the end, which I
Yeah,
don't even though even if you're not super like into it, it's pretty impressive.
yeah, she's definitely a good singer, and the backing vocalists were also good. But yeah,
I think
it
it's
was
her
weird.
brother. You know, I think that one of them is her brother.
The backing vocalists.
The drummer is her brother, and
Ah.
then the guitarist and bassist are friends.
Oh, like the other band members aren't
They're just
friends.
friends with each other.
Yeah. It's two different groups of people that just meet up, play, and then never talk to each other ever again.
You're gonna have to cut my audio there because I forgot to mute my mic when I went for a drink of water and then I choked on it.
How is this such a mess today?
I
Oh
am a mess. I can't see.
man. Can I keep
There's
this
so
in?
much snot coming. Yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah.
beautiful.
So the third song, I've forgotten what it's called.
I miss the
God, I'm
misery.
rubbish today. I miss the misery.
Oh man, I don't have many notes for this. It was just excessively heavy quite a bit of the time, I think.
I do like this one.
Yeah.
I think it's very raw. It's
Mhm.
very emotional, and I like emotion in my
In your music.
music. This is actually the first Halestorm song I ever listened to.
Ah,
So I found them through Lindsay Sterling. Do you know the electric violinist?
yeah.
Her song "Shatter Me." The vocals on that is Lizzie Hale,
Right. Okay.
and I really enjoyed that. And so I was like, I liked this singer. I'm gonna look at what she does, and I just like YouTubed her,
I gotta say,
and this was the first song that came up.
yeah, you found some weird bands through weird means a fair bit of the time.
Well, before I was a student, I if I liked one song, I'd buy the whole album just to get a feel for the artist, and that's how I found Train. I'm a big Train fan,
Yeah.
and I found them because I bought from in a shop now. I think it was 78. Now that's what I call Music 78, and
Hmm.
that had Drive By on it. And I was like, this is the best song on this album. I'm gonna buy their album, and then I really liked that, and I've bought more of their albums since.
Oh.
And typically that's how I like try and find stuff. There's a Train song called Bruises that's got like a featured artist on it, and I was like, oh, she's really good. So I listened to some of her stuff on YouTube, but I wasn't actually into any of her solo stuff, so I didn't end up buying that.
Oh,
But
so a good tactic.
I like to, if there's like one song,
Hmm.
then I like to buy the album because then I can listen to more of the artist and without being like, because sometimes if you look on YouTube, you just see the kind of same same 3 or 4 songs,
Yeah,
and so you don't get a very good overall view. So that
yeah,
I like to do it, just kind of jump in with an album's usually kind of 7 or 8 quid. It's not a huge deal,
yeah.
and I mean I haven't done it recently, but because
Well,
I
Spotify's a
don't have
thing
money
now,
anymore.
isn't it? So
And there's Spotify now, so it's easier to just listen. But
yeah.
yeah, when I was younger, that's how I used to do it.
Wow, that's what a tangent.
There we go.
Let's get back for a freak like me.
Freak Like Me. Yeah, this one I wrote that you could see why it would be a popular anthem amongst a certain crowd or a certain group of people,
Hmm.
but we're not in that crowd.
No, a
Uh,
lot of these songs are very anthemic. I think though.
I'm not. Yes, yeah, definitely. There's quite a few anthems.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna raise my flag because I don't consider myself to be a freak like her in quite the same way.
I was very confused by it. This
Were
song
you raising your
confused me.
flag?
I don't know. No, because the way I imagined it, it was like I know you haven't seen it. I know I've mentioned it once before, but it's kind of like The Greatest Showman. So
Right.
all the songs in there are very powerful. They're very anthemic because it's kind of the plot is like it's about I've forgotten his name, P.T. Barnum and his kind of freak show.
Right.
So all of the songs are very anthemic about all these people that everyone called freaks.
Like fitting in and
Yeah,
making a
yeah,
community.
yeah, basically, yeah. And this was
Right.
very much like one of those songs. But then it
Yes.
was also very much like a comedian called Nick Helm, who does funny songs. So I was very much stuck in the middle to whether to take the song seriously or not. Um, so I think I came out more confused than either hating or loving this song. So I don't
Fair
really
enough.
know what to think of it. Beautiful with you.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah, this is my number one for a while.
Yeah, it's not my fave, but I do like it a
No,
lot.
yeah, it's good. It's the start of the more gentle ones,
It is.
but
That's what I've written.
it's
That it's the start of the slightly more acoustic songs
yeah,
is
yeah,
what
yeah,
I've put. But yeah, gentle is the
yeah,
better way of putting it.
and it
And those are my
doesn't.
preferred.
Yeah, it doesn't drop straight into like the really acoustic stuff. That it kind of winds down and then
Hmm.
winds back up, which I kind of liked about the whole structure of the album, which
Yeah,
was nice.
yeah. I think the album is. I think this is the first album we've listened to where the order of the songs feels like it's been thought
Yeah,
about.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
I think that's a plus for the album as a whole. If we were doing it, rating it the way we used to, then it would
Yeah,
get bonus points for that.
and still
Because
come out at a 7.
yeah, every time 7. I probably would give this about a 7 or an 8 if I was rating it. I really am rubbish. It's the most steep bell curve of all time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I like this one a lot. This is about something that I think is very important. It's about how when you're in a relationship, you can let the relationship make you stronger, but you shouldn't be relying on the
yeah,
relationship.
yeah,
And that's always quite something that I think is very important, and that a lot of relationships necessarily don't take into account. And I think you can have a lot of very good relationships where both people are very happy, but they're not necessarily a healthy relationship.
yeah,
And it's something that I don't know. It's something that yeah, you kind of bear in mind, and that's why I like that song. I think it's something that you don't hear about a lot.
yeah,
In I know that it's not like she's making a statement with this song. It's just a song. It's not about that in the same way. But in media, the kind of relationships that you see in films are very unhealthy. Like almost always, you
yeah,
very rarely see a realistic, healthy depiction of a relationship. So it's
yeah.
difficult, especially for people who are our age. I
Especially
mean,
for
I
people
know.
who haven't been in a relationship
Yeah, I
before as
mean,
well.
your current girlfriend is your first girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah,
And my current girlfriend, we've been together for 2 years now. and she's my just first girlfriend.
Hmm.
So I think both of us, we're both in serious relationships,
Yeah.
but it's kind of new to us in a way, and it's not something that we have any experience with. There's no healthy depictions of relationships to look
Anyway.
at in a way to kind of get inspiration from. So
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
I like it when in media, any kind of media, they portray
Yeah.
relationships slightly more realistically or more healthily. I mean, Brooklyn Nine-Nine's brilliant for that. And that's a show that I really love, and I love a lot about that show. But one of the things that it absolutely, unequivocally does better than almost everything else I've seen is realistic, healthy relationships.
I've
Um,
not seen it, so I can't comment on it. But
it's a
yeah.
brilliant TV show. You should definitely watch that. Check that out. It's on Netflix. I'm not going to recommend it because actually I kind of thought, okay, this is a bit of a tangent. Again, I'm not a tangent in a tangent, but I kind of thought that I know in the first couple of episodes we said we'll do TV shows and films, but I'm
Yeah.
thinking we should probably limit it to films because I think I showed my dad a TV show that I really liked the other day, and
Yeah.
while watching it, I was kind of watching it as though I would be talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Um, and I just don't think TV shows lend themselves particularly well to the style of discussion that we have
Yeah.
because we like to discuss things as a whole, and you can't watch. This is ten
Unless we
hour
watch a
long episodes,
full series, yeah, yeah.
and you
But
can't do that in a week and still do all the other stuff that we do.
yeah, yeah, I agree.
So
But there's stuff like James Acaster's Wrapped
yeah,
Together
that's
that was
cool because it's
fine.
just like a mini series is cool. But I was
Yeah,
just thinking that TV shows we should maybe shy away from.
yeah. We haven't done any
We
anyway, have
haven't done
we?
any anyway.
Which
That
is
was
good.
just something that we said in the first episode, and I've been thinking about, and I don't think it's a
Yeah,
thing that we should carry on considering.
yeah, definitely.
In your room,
In your what?
I just
What are you
spoke for a
doing?
long time. It's your turn.
Oh my god. So it gets even more gentle now, doesn't it? It's kind of winding down to like the not the trough, very much the peak of the album, but the trough kind of it's chilled, it's more relaxed. This one feels much more like a kind of rock ballad. And the lyrics were good, and even though it has like a lack of instruments and a lack of kind of almost physical power, it still in itself is kind of more powerful than the other songs. That's what I've got here. Um, I really liked it. This was my favourite one
This is
by
my number two, I believe.
a mile. It's so nice. I was surprised. I was surprised at this point because I thought it was all going to be like um, Love Bites instead, but it's not.
Yeah, I really like this one. I agree. It's very powerful. It's very emotional, and it's
Hmm.
really is well suited to her voice. I think that
Yeah,
her
yeah.
style is better suited to emotional songs like this than the kind of
Hmm.
other songs that are on there. I do have some stuff that I'll say at the end about the other songs. But yeah, this is a really brilliant song.
Break in. Yeah, I have nothing to say about this one really. It's my number two. I really liked it, and I put that I prefer these gentler ones because I think I knew it was going to wind back up again.
Yeah.
Um, I felt almost like a response to the last one, but I think I was
Uh huh.
listening to it wrong.
No, yeah, I can see
But
that. It's almost the other way round, isn't it?
yeah, 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 yeah. Kind of. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I was getting at.
I actually am not too keen on this one.
Oh no,
I feel like this one goes almost too far into the
really?
melancholy side of it. I do have a lot of positives to say about it.
Hmm.
The piano background music, I don't think it works particularly brilliantly in the context of the song, but just listening to it on its own, it's pretty kind of. If I was still playing piano, I'd get the sheet music for it and learn it. Think
Oh,
it's got a really cool little backing um,
yeah.
on the piano, and it's very emotional.
Hmm.
The way that she sings the chorus, it's almost growled and almost screamed at the same time, and
Yeah.
it's very good.
She's
Um,
she is a good singer.
she is a good singer. Then the build up of the instruments along the bridge going into the final chorus, because most of the song it's just her singing and the piano, and then in
Hmm.
this last bridge some guitar strumming comes in,
Yeah.
almost percussively strumming, and then in the last chorus you get everything in, and it works really well. So I did have a lot of positives to say. However, it is too melancholy in a way. It's a bit too sad isn't the right word, but a bit too much that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
understand
can't
that.
relate to it really particularly well.
No.
Uh, but there is a line in it where she says it's perfectly reckless. It's part of the chorus. She says it a lot, and I
Mhm.
think that might be an almost reference or shout out to the band The Pretty Reckless. And do you know who the lead singer of The Pretty Reckless are?
I've got no clue.
It's Taylor Momsen, who played Cindy Lou Who in the Grinch movie. That's my favourite bit of music trivia, or film trivia, I guess, is that Cindy
I
Lou Who now is the lead singer of a band that's quite similar to Halestorm.
yeah. Wow.
And quite good,
I've
actually. I like a bit of Pretty Reckless. I don't love them, I don't listen to them regularly, but occasionally I'll YouTube them.
never heard of them.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Holy cow.
My emo
Let's move on.
side's coming out.
They're coming out strong today. Holy crap.
Move
Rock
on to
Show.
Rock Show.
This is the most Greatest Showman song that wasn't in Greatest Showman I've ever heard in my life.
I'm going to have to watch Greatest Showman then, because I love this song.
I think, yeah, it was a good film,
It's
but
got
the
Wolverine in
songs
it,
were
hasn't
annoying.
it? Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, he's really, and Zac
I like
Efron.
him. Oh,
They're really
Zac
good
Efron.
together.
I quite like him actually,
I
to be
like Zac
honest.
Efron. He's a good-looking boy. Greatest Showman-esque. It's getting kind of building back up here.
Yeah.
And she's like kind of song speaking. It's like spoken song,
Yeah.
kind of.
It's another
Well,
quite
there are bits in
anthemic
there.
one.
Yeah, definitely anthemic.
I really like this one. I
Mhm.
really like live shows. I don't go to a lot of them compared to people people who do go to loads of festivals and stuff. I'm not a
Yeah,
lover of festivals, but I do like watching a band live. I've seen Panic 3 times. I've seen Area 11 3, maybe 4 times, and hopefully going to see them
whoa.
again later this month. When I like a band, I do make a big effort to go see them. I almost saw Hailstorm as well. I didn't because my friend bailed on me at the last minute.
Oh,
Um,
bad friend.
yeah. God, he listens. He listens to this.
Is
Or
it
listen
me?
to one. No, it's not.
Oh, thank God. Whew.
He's not a bad friend. He's great. He just bailed on me on this, and I'm very angry still.
What a Baylor.
It was like 2 years ago. But
Oh, okay.
this song, it completely encompasses what I love about live shows. I mean, that's what it is. It's a song
Mhm.
to somebody in the audience who is going to grow up and be a rock star. That's the song. It's like an ode to the next generation in a way. It's the song to
Yeah.
inspire people who listen to her music. And rock star has never been a career that's particularly appealed to me. But listening to this song, I almost want to do it.
Be a rock star.
It is very inspiring. I've written this is a banger in full capital letters. It does just. I really want to see this song live. I really want to. I think that would
My
be
God.
an experience that I'd really love.
Well, your birthday's a mile off,
It's
actually.
miles away. Let's move on.
Daughters of
Daughters of
Darkness.
Darkness.
Oh God, hate it.
Yeah, no,
Hate
I don't
it.
like this one either. It's very
It's the worst
generic.
one. I
Uh,
just stop shouting.
yeah,
They can't. They just. It's just a lot of shouting.
yeah. It's very, very similar to Freaks Like Me as well in both the music and the subject matter.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh,
It's definitely kind of full rock here now.
yeah, it's not our, it's not the personality type that it's appealing to and that it's written for isn't ours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just one of those things. Hey Tom,
yeah.
you call me a bitch like it's a bad thing.
I love this one.
Really?
Even though musically it's not my cup of tea, this is what I was saying I was going to come back to about the kind of other songs and the meaning behind them. This is very
Okay.
reclaiming in a way. When
Yeah.
you listen to a lot of music like this, or just a lot of music really, it's all vast majority is written by men, and the
Mhm.
love songs aren't love songs. They're not confessing love. There, a lot of them are objectification, and
Yeah.
it's seeing women as just sex objects. And this kind of whole album, really, and from what I've seen and looked up on YouTube and when I've listened to other albums, kind of her whole deal is
Yeah.
reclaiming that, and it's very empowering, and this song is the epitome of that, really. It's using the female sexuality rather than having it be used in
Yeah.
music,
Okay.
which I
I get
don't
that.
think that happens a lot at all. I mean, a lot of female artists, a lot of popular, successful female artists, if you look at popular female successful artists at the moment, people like Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus,
Hmm.
it's that pop where it's very vapid in a way, the subject matter. They're very kind of, oh god, he's so sexy, I want
Yeah.
him to fall in love with me, or like it's that kind of thing. Whereas this is very different to that. It's very,
I
I
think,
know
yeah.
how sexy I am. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And this
I get
song,
that.
even though musically this song isn't, to listen to it on its own, it's kind of this is just this is the genre.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
message behind it, and the message behind some of the other ones as well. Ones like I Miss the Misery, and to an extent Mrs. Hyde as well. It's
Yeah.
it's it is quite empowering, and I think there's
Yeah.
not a lot of representation of this sort in music. There's a lot in other media, but in music, I don't think there's a lot that's quite as outspoken as this. And I think that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I understand that. Wow. I mean, I completely missed it, but I understand it. American Boys.
Yes, I've got
It's
one bullet point.
Is it about the American national anthem being used?
No, I didn't even
Oh,
notice. My bullet point is this is just fun.
yeah, it was good
It's
actually.
fun. I like this one.
The lyrics don't mean anything
No,
at all, but I
in
like the
fact the lyrics are very reminiscent of "Country Song" by Bo Burnham.
yeah. Oh, I thought you meant country songs in general.
Oh no no
Oh,
no! The specific "Country Song" by Bo Burnham is like a parody of the country
okay.
genre, and so
I'll
therefore by
take it.
extension, it fits this one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used the American national anthem, and it sounded out of tune
Oh,
and bad,
I
but
mean
I
I
liked
quite
it.
like them doing that.
No, no, no.
I
It
think
was
that's
good.
quite
It was
yeah.
purposeful. Yeah. Here's to us.
This is my
Here's
favourite.
really.
Yeah,
It is very powerful.
it's
The
just
lyrics are good.
yeah, it's very pick me up. I mean this is my go-to sad song. I've mentioned others
Oh,
in others like songs
yeah,
from the Guts and Teeth, but this is my go-to if I'm feeling down. This one is the first one I put on, and it
yeah.
just always
That's
makes me kind of
understandable.
chirp up a bit. I don't know. I listened to it. Do you remember when we went to Berlin with college
Yeah,
and it was a
yeah,
really long coach journey?
yeah. It was pretty awful.
I fell asleep. I don't know why it was on, but this
Yeah,
I had this album playing, and I think I'd fallen on my phone or something, or pressed my phone, and I was drowsy, and I fell
yeah.
asleep to this song on repeat. And it just whenever I listen to it, I get back into that kind of drowsy. We had a great time in Berlin,
It was
and it was
really
like
good.
it
I
kind of
think
puts me back there a little bit in a way, I guess.
I definitely remember that sleep because I remember looking at you and you had your fucking neck thing around your neck,
Yeah,
like your neck cushion, and me and my girlfriend were just like looking at you and laughing a little bit.
yeah,
Oh man,
rocking
I
out.
loved that trip. That was really good. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad it's now got sentimental value attached to it.
But yeah, I do. I like that one. So that's the end of the album, and we'll do the list.
Yeah,
So I'll go first because I picked the album.
and I shall compare.
So my first was His to Us.
Yeah,
That's my favourite. Then In Your Room,
yeah,
number two. Number three was American Boys.
yeah,
Number four was Rock Show.
yeah,
Number five was Beautiful with You.
yeah,
Number six was I Miss the Misery.
yeah.
Number seven was Love Bites. So
Love
do I.
bites.
Love Bites. Number eight was Freak Like Me.
Yeah,
Number nine was Mrs. Hyde.
yeah,
The next one was You Call Me a Bitch Like It's a Bad
yeah.
Thing. I forgot the numbers again.
11. You're on 11.
11. 11 was Break In,
Yeah.
and then the last final 12th one was Daughters of
Yeah.
Darkness.
You got most of those numbers right. Well done. Yeah.
Thank you.
We've got very, 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 very similar, similar things. Apart
Very
from
good.
one, which is pretty obvious. So I've got 1 in your room. 2 is
Uh-huh.
Breaking, which is the
Yeah.
massive difference. 3, Here's to Us. 4, Rock
Mhm.
Show. 5, American Boys. 6, Beautiful with You. 7, Ms. Hyde. 8, Freak Like Me. 9, You Call Me a Bitch like it's a bad thing.
James just likes the excuse to swear.
Yeah, I do. I love it. 10, I Miss the Misery. 11, Love Bites. And 12, Daughters of Darkness.
Oh, very good. Those are quite similar.
We're, wow, I'm
Would
shocked.
you listen to more by Hailstorm?
If
Like any another album?
if I had to, not by choice.
If you had to.
If you
Would you listen
if
to more in this genre?
yeah, yeah, I kind of would. If you said, "Oh, look, listen to this album by Halestorm because it's got some of the
Hmm.
stuff you like in it," I'd be like, "Okay, fine, I'll give it a
You
listen."
should listen to one song. It's a one of the singles from the second album, and
Yeah.
it's called "Dear Daughter," and it's like a letter. It's
Oh,
almost a letter from her to her future daughter.
oh, I like songs
Uh,
like that.
it's very cute. It's very emotional. So give that one a
Yeah,
listen.
I'll definitely give that a listen. I hope. Should we move on to the film?
Let's do it.
So this was my choice for the film. It was a film that I like, that I have seen recently, but not just because of the podcast. And it stars Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. It's called The Nice Guys. What did
It is.
what did you think, Tom?
I watched it with my mum and dad
Did you actually?
on Monday.
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
there was more nudity than I was expecting there
This
to
is
be.
this is one of the records, Tom. It's our first film with nudity in it. What
Is
a
it?
it is, yeah.
Oh my god!
We've reached this far.
Wait, the big mum zombie in at the end of
Oh,
Dead
she
Alive has
did.
got like plastic
Yeah, that
boobs.
wasn't real though. I
No,
mean,
it wasn't real
maybe
nudity.
Misty Mountains
Maybe Misty Mountains
boobs
is
weren't
Misty
real.
Mountains weren't 100% natural, but
Yeah. Oh well.
I enjoyed this more than I thought I would. It was a lot cleverer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I can't believe you thought you weren't going to enjoy it.
I thought I'd enjoy it, but I thought it
Yeah.
would be like a 5 or a 6, and it was actually an 8 or a 9.
Oh my days. I'm glad. I'm glad. I love it. I love it so much.
It was very funny. It was very very
Absolutely
funny.
hilarious. Like laugh
And a
out
lot of
loud
the times
funny.
it was quite subtly funny.
Mhm.
And that's almost my favourite type of humour.
Yeah.
It had very funky intro credits,
It felt so
music,
much like
and the typography of the title card
yeah.
was very 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. The music was kind of all Earth, Wind and Fire and
Yeah, there
and
was a lot of Earth, Wind and
funk
Fire.
and
Was that
Bee
them
Gees.
in that scene?
No, it can't be. I think that they're
They're
dead.
probably all dead, right?
They're not all dead.
I'm gonna Google it. They're
Yeah,
all
Google it.
dead. They are
Um,
now. What?
yeah.
Um,
What? Don't spoil it. We'll run through. We'll kind of go through the film pretty quickly. So I like the starting, like the intro scene with the credits. It
no,
kind
it's
of,
not.
it wasn't them.
I don't believe so.
What a shame. Maybe it was, and they were in disguise.
Oh no!
What?
It's 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 factually inaccurate.
Oh.
The movie takes place in the fall of 1977, but September by Earth, Wind and Fire was released in 1978.
Oh.
I've also found a casting call for people to play Earth, Wind and Fire in The Nice Guys on
Really?
Facebook. Nice.
That's
Um,
amazing. Wow, well, that's ruined the film for me, so thanks a lot,
ruined.
Tom. Now it's a 2. Yeah, the starting credits, they were kind of like, they gave off a really nice GTA vibe. It set up the whole scene perfectly. The written music was great. The music they chose to listen to was great. I loved it. I can't get over how good it was. Um, Yeah,
Yeah,
it cuts to Ryan Gosling in a bath, wearing a suit,
it
soaking
does.
wet. I think that's where we first meet his character. Is kind of like this goofy personal investigator who really has no clue what he's doing at all,
Hmm.
but somehow manages to save the day the whole time.
Yeah, I thought it was very, very funny and very clever juxtaposition between
Yeah,
Ryan Gosling's bumbling ineptitude the whole time and
yeah,
Russell Crowe's just straight up badass
yeah.
skills.
It's so smart. There's some really good lines, like really really funny lines in this that I couldn't stop laughing at. One of
There are some
them
very funny
was
lines.
really it was really early when Russell Crowe first meets. Oh no, it isn't. Oh shit! It's when Ryan Gosling goes to hospital. Because he punched a glass with his hand, didn't he?
Yeah,
And he's like in the hospital, and this like nun comes up to him, and she's like,
yeah.
"Are you willing to find God?" And he's like, "No, I need to find Amelia." I was like, "That's beautiful." That
Yeah,
was my favorite line.
there
Um,
was a lot of very, very visual gags, which you don't get a lot of
yeah,
in comedy. In this way, you get a lot of kind of slapstick
slapstick.
humor today, but this kind of visual joke, which you kind of almost miss very quickly.
Yeah,
There's a lot of like the very first. This was in like the first scene, and it really made me laugh. Was when the kid from Jurassic Park is looking at the pin-up of
yeah,
Misty Mountains in the cover, and she's in a very seductive pose, and then she crashes through his house in a car,
yeah,
and the car like crashes, and he goes outside, and she's lying there covered in blood, but in
yeah,
exactly the same pose as
yeah.
she was in the pin-up magazine. And I thought that was really funny. That made me laugh a lot. And then it was very it subverted a lot of kind of those 70s cliches, but
Mm,
it subverted them by just doing them.
yeah.
In a way, it was a very cliche film, but it wasn't.
It was done well.
Like they both had the very gritty voiceovers, but it was
Yeah,
very tongue in cheek.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I just thought it was really funny.
Yeah,
It wasn't, it wasn't anything super amazing. Like it wasn't like it was a life changing experience or
I
a
don't know.
really
Changed my
a
life.
really just transcendental comedy. It
Yeah,
was
it was just a
fairly
comedy.
straightforward. It was very well acted. I mean, my dad doesn't like Ryan Gosling. He says he's got an annoying
Really?
face,
You are
but
joking.
Ryan Gosling didn't even look like Ryan Gosling in this.
I thought he
And
looked.
Russell Crowe was just
So
fantastic.
you couldn't have picked
He
better actors to
killed it.
do
He
those roles.
absolutely
Yeah,
was
he did.
perfect. He was similar to. He wasn't actually that similar to, but he reminded me of. Have you seen Baby Driver?
No.
Oh, you've got to watch Baby
Isn't
Driver.
Russell
But
Crowe in
Kevin Spacey's.
Baby Driver?
No, it's Kevin Spacey in Baby
Okay,
Driver,
we'll
who
watch it.
we're not allowed to talk about anymore. Kevin Spacey.
Oh
Um,
shit, he's a
but
bad one.
it just was a very similar character.
Yeah, yeah. The acting choice, the casting choices were absolutely amazing. I thought they
And
couldn't
Ryan
choose better.
Gosling's daughter, I've called her even younger Chloe Grace Moretz all the way
Yeah.
through. I don't know who it was. Who was it? Let me look it up
No
on.
clue.
I think it was just a person, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was just a person. She was good though.
She was really good. She was really funny.
She, I couldn't. She reminded me of
Angry
someone.
Rice. Her name is Angry
Has she done
Rice.
anything else? How old is she?
I don't know. She was born in 2001.
Holy crap! She's done more with her life than I've done with
She was in
mine.
Spider-Man: Homecoming
Yeah, she's she's
as
she's Chloe.
Betty.
She's Chloe Grace Moretz now. That's
Yeah,
it.
she is. She's the new
She
Chloe
just needs to
Grace
find
Moretz.
an Asa Butterfield, and then she's got her lifelong acting partner, and
I
it's
don't know who
sorted.
Asa Butterfield is.
He's the guy that was in the little kid that was in Boy in Striped Pajamas and Hugo and
What's he done with Chloe Grace Moretz?
everything. The literally Chloe Grace Moretz was in Boy in Striped Pajamas with him, and she was in
Was she?
Hugo with him. Yeah, I'm
I didn't
sure.
see Hugo. Hugo was the animated clock
It
film,
was
right?
amazing. One of my all-time favorite films. It is
That is a
great.
very important L there.
What?
in animated clock.
I would just like to
Don't
emphasize.
don't forget that one.
Someone said clock, not the other one.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm going to edit out that L. If only I had the
don't you
skill.
do it. If only you had to do that. There's
Yeah,
also a bit where Russell Crowe was like, he was reading a newspaper or something, and he had his reading glasses on and then his sunglasses on his head, and that really made me laugh. But
yeah.
neither my mum or my dad saw it. They were both looking at me funny. There was a lot of very cool kind of camera stuff in here.
Yeah, the costume
When he
choices were
was
solid.
The costuming was amazing. The set
It did
dressing
really
was
well.
amazing.
It
It
was,
felt so 70s.
yeah,
So
especially the
70s.
party. They
Yeah.
couldn't have done that better at all.
That dude playing Johnny Boy
Yeah,
was super creepy.
he looked like. Do you remember on
In
CBBC?
in Doctor Who in Family of Blood.
Yeah, him. Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
it's
Is it the same
amazing.
guy?
I hope so. Was he
It
British?
can't be, can it?
I think
No.
he's done loads as
Matt
that guy.
Bomber is the guy's name.
Okay, yeah.
Uh,
Um, that party was just full of amazing, like an amazing sequence of events. But it also led to one of my favourite moments, which I may be overthinking, but I really liked a lot. So at the start, where Ryan Gosling goes to Mrs. Glenn's house and
yeah,
basically scams her out of more money to find uh, Misty Mountains
yeah,
or Amelia. And he gets back in the car, and Holly, his daughter, he asks her if he's a bad person. And straight away, Holly's like, "Oh yeah, you're definitely a bad person." Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, it's hilarious, great." And then there's a bit after the party where Russell Crowe basically tells Holly to go get help for the guy with the blue face, and while she's gone, he kills him.
yeah,
And later on, Holly asks him if he's a bad man, which I thought was kind of subtle. It was like Holly's kind of like she's badass, but she's so young. Like she's managing Ryan Gosling's life,
yeah. She
and
definitely retained innocence in a way through
yeah,
it.
yeah. Like there were bits where I was like, oh yeah, she's not like 12 or however old she was supposed to be. But one of those
Mhm.
moments, I was like, actually, she's really young, and it's quite a bad life that she's been through. Um,
Yeah.
and it shows that she's good at reading people, but she couldn't read Russell Crowe in a way, which I thought was nice. I thought that
Yeah.
I probably definitely am completely overreading those series of events, but I like to
No,
see it
no,
that
I
way.
like that. And I think it's a testament to the strength of the actors that you
Yeah,
can take that out of it in a way. I thought there was some really great those scenes between Russell Crowe and Holly
hmm
were very impressive. I mean, he could do so much acting just with his face.
yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like there was so many where she said something and it was just the look that he gave her
yeah.
or the look that he made when she looked turned away that just spoke so much about his character
Yeah.
that
The
for my issue with a lot of those kind of, I mean, I guess not those kind of, because this isn't really one, but
mhm,
my issue with a lot of straightforward two buddy comedies in a way is
yeah,
that there's no acting involved. It's quite bland to watch other
yeah,
than the comedy, whereas this was character driven as well.
yeah,
There was character growth in there, and the acting was spectacular.
yeah. It was.
But and still all the way through really funny. That whole scene on the rooftop at the end
Yeah, it was good.
was, I mean that's almost a perfect scene. That was
Yeah,
really funny.
yeah.
That was really really funny. And then them both falling
The fact
off the
that
roof,
Ryan Gosling fell of absolutely everything
off
in
the
this
roof.
film
Yeah, that
is
was so
unbelievable.
funny.
And like they're both falling down together. Is at the bit where he kind of falls into the pool, and the other guy just splats straight on the ground.
Yeah.
I loved it. It is
Um.
an amazing film.
Yeah, and I really like the ending as well,
Yeah,
where actually everything that they'd done it hadn't had any effect. The car companies got away with it.
yeah.
The world goes on, but for them,
It's
they'd
like a
made their
victory.
agency together.
Yeah,
They'd won.
yeah,
Their whole world, even if the world hadn't changed, their world had
yeah,
changed, and
yeah,
I liked that. I liked that a lot.
yeah. It's kind of like it was almost similar to the ending of the first film we watched. I'm so bad at remembering names. What was it called?
Oh,
I don't
I
feel at
don't feel
home.
at home in this
Yeah.
world anymore.
Like they'd gone through this amazing adventure together. Even at the end, Ryan Gosling's
Yeah,
like nobody got hurt, and then Russell Crowe was like,
yeah.
it's
What
like
about all those people that died?
yeah, it's like a completely surreal adventure. But then they've come back, and they really nothing came of it. Just loads of
Yeah,
deaths, and now an agency for helping old people.
yeah. The nice guys.
Yeah, I hope they don't make a sequel and ruin it. I hope they.
No, I agree. I agree. That was all that needed to be told.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it. Yeah,
but I hope that Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling do another film together because the best parts of this were just their
it's.
conversations, or when one of them did something, the little things that the other one said. I mean,
Yeah,
Ryan Gosling had a really funny thing all the way through, where almost every time he said a joke or told a joke or said a funny line or quipped something,
yeah,
he'd kind of look over at Ryan Gosling almost as if like yeah, that was funny, right?
yeah,
That
like
was
an
I did
approving
good.
look.
I did good. It
Yeah,
was I loved it. I loved their dynamic. They
yeah.
worked really well together.
There was really good scenes showing that, like when they're in the projection room and Tally comes in and they just start arguing in front of each
Yeah,
other, and Ryan Gosling's like on the floor looking for his ankle gun and everything, and he's just like, "What the
yeah.
fuck
That
is
was a
going on?"
weird scene. With a dream scene was weird.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Felt a bit out of place to be honest.
They needed to spend that CGI budget somehow. Giant V
Yeah,
is the only way. Holy crap! I think we've talked enough about the film.
I agree. I think what score would you give it out of
Oh,
10?
I'd give it a 9.
A
Definitely,
nine.
it's one of my
Wow,
favourite films. I love it.
it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, I'd probably give it like an eight,
Yeah, that's understandable. I like it,
8.5.
and it's not a 7, which is really good.
Not a 7.
Cool.
Yay!
We did something. It's your turn to pick a film, and it is my turn to pick an album, right?
Yes,
So we've had country music, and we've had rock music.
we have.
We've not.
We've had jazz music.
We need. I think we need some kind of folk music, folk rock
Oh
music.
yeah.
So we're going to be listening to. Holy shit! This is hard to say. Sunshine on Leith by the Proclaimers.
Oh yes.
Oh man, it's
Oh man, I love this album.
Do you actually? We're
Yeah,
listening to it anyway because I want to listen
I
to it.
love the
I want to talk
Proclaimers.
about it. Oh, this is good. Have you got a
Okay then,
film to
we
match
need
that?
we're watching a film.
Wow,
Um,
great.
we're gonna watch a film. Okay, I've been making a list, and I'm just gonna pick one out. I'm gonna pick one. It's uh, the new one has just recently come out. It's one of my favorite films of all time, and I would consider it an almost perfect film.
Holy cow.
We're gonna watch The Incredibles. I don't know if it's on
Oh,
Netflix though.
no, it definitely isn't.
It's definitely not, but we're gonna watch it
Oh
anyway.
man, this is going to be a great episode next week. I
It
love The
is. I
Incredibles.
love The
I love the
Incredibles.
music. It's so jazzy.
Yeah, it's got brilliant music.
It's going to be great. Holy crap. I'm excited. I'm buzzing. It's going to be good.
Me too.
Oh, what a great day. I'm so content.
What a great day. Thanks for listening to World on a String. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook at WOAS Podcast and also on iTunes.
World on a String is hosted by James Curgenven and Tom Joshi-Cale. You can find me on Twitter at James Curgenven.
And you can find me at AceTorterra1. All music on the show is original music by James Curgenven.